Hello, dear friends and fans. I hope you guys are fine and doing great. Well, welcome to another class of acrylic painting. So, today we'll talk about the brushes. So, in this class, I'm going to give you a complete guide of acrylic paint brushes and I'm going to tell you about, their names and their purpose. So as we know that there are so many kind of brushes, and if you're a beginner and you're also confused about this thing, so don't worry at all because this video will definitely answer all of your questions. So I'm gonna guide you about all the different brushes, their names, their purpose, and also I'll tell you some tips that how can we keep our brushes clean, how can we take care of them, and how can we give them a long life. So just let's start the video. So first of all, I will tell you the most important thing, which is that whenever you use a brush, any brush, right, so just wash it instantly. Just take 2 buckets of water with you whenever you're painting, and just use the brush and paint with it and just wash it instantly in those buckets and just dry it with a tissue paper and clean it on a you know piece of cloth. So tip number 2 is, if let's suppose you have forgotten to wash your brush, just take slightly warm water and just dip the bristles of the brush inside that, and this is how you can easily clean it. So tip number 3 is, wash your brush with soap at least twice a month. Just scrubber it over the surface of the soap and just wash it with the plain water. So this is how you can keep your brushes clean and you can give them a long life. So yeah, now I'm going to tell you about the names of these all brushes, and also I'll tell you about their purpose and use, and also I'll paint something with these brushes to show how they work. So just let's talk about this one first. So guys, this one is a wash brush and this one also. So these are synthetic brushes and these are called wash brushes. We use these for covering the backgrounds and large areas on our canvases. And next we have is this fan brush and this one also. These are called the fan brushes and we can make trees and stuff like that, grass and things like that. So this one is called the flat brush. It's almost like the wash brush, but it can be used for different purposes. I'll show you later. Here this one is also a flat brush and this one is also, whereas this one is called the bright brush. It is almost like the flat brush, but its bristles are a little shorter than that, and we can use it for multiple purposes, like just to cover any surface over the canvas or things like that. So here next I have is the filbert brush. You can see the round corners, and these brushes are used for making clouds and flower petals and stuff like that. So here next we have is an angle brush, and with this brush we can paint surfaces having sharp edges. And here we have are the round brushes of different sizes, and these round brushes are used for multiple purposes. We can fill the surface of the canvas, we can paint within the drawings and make the tree stems and a lot of things, flower petals and much more. So I'll show you later how we can use these in paintings. And next I have is this liner brush. This is also very useful for making detailed kind of work like grass and things like that. And this is the zero size brush, my favorite one. It is used for very detailed kind of work and for making drawings on the canvas. And next we have is this dry brush. It's like a makeup brush and it's used for blending charcoal sometime, and in painting we can make beautiful backgrounds with it. And these are the palette knives used for making beautiful strokes and mountains and stuff like that. While this one is the simple toothbrush, and these are the cotton buds. and we can use these also, as the brushes in acrylic painting. So now we'll quickly paint something with these brushes here, so that you guys can have better idea that how these brushes work and which kind of strokes we can have with which brush. So I'm gonna grab these one by one, and first of all I have these wash brushes, and I'm gonna paint something here to show you guys how it works. Let's take some paint here, and now I'm gonna dip this brush in water, and I'll just load it with paint, and I will paint with it like this. We can also use it like this to have different strokes and texture on our canvas. So we can use it in different ways to have different type of textures and strokes and stuff like that. So as I've used the brush, I'm gonna wash it and place it at the side. So the next brush we have is this round brush, and I'm gonna dip it in the water, and I will just simply load some paint like this, and you can draw petals like this and leaves kind of things, and different strokes and different lines and different things, and you can draw things like this, and you can write, you can draw anything with it, okay? And you can make beautiful petals of the flowers and stuff like that. We can also use more water with it, and we can give it the watercolor kind of effect as well, like this. So yeah, we can use it like a watercolor brush as well. Now wash your brush and place it here. Okay, now let's change the color. I'm gonna take this orange yellow, and I will just load another round brush of different size, and I'll show you guys how we can create different things with the different size of brushes as well. So this is how you can easily draw the flowers, and you can paint these stuff like this. Now I'm going to take this green color, and I will use a fan brush, and I will load my brush with this yellow and green color and a mixture of that to make grass. So we can make grass like this easily with this fan brush, and we can also paint the trees. See how easily we can paint the trees with this fan brush. So it's gonna be have so much fun using this one. We can add details, and we can make different textures and strokes, and we can use it for blending as well. So it's a very useful one. Let's wash it and place it here. So next we have is this filbert brush, and for this I'm gonna take some blue color, and I'll just load my brush with this, and I will make clouds. This brush is very useful for making clouds, and things like having some round edges like this, and petals also. So it can also be used for multiple purposes. So just wash it and place it here. So now see how these flat brushes works. So I'm gonna take this one, and I will just load it with some paint, and I will just show you how we can use it to draw the trees, and tree stems like this, and different things and different objects. And like this, we can also use it like this for the detail purpose. and for making different strokes and things like that. We can have different flat strokes as well, and anything like that. So wash your brush and dry it and clean it and place it here. And now I'll take some paint. I'm gonna use this burnt sienna, and I'll just take this angle brush, and we'll see how we can use this angle brush for making different things, like mountains or anything which can have sharp edges and corners. We can make trees with it, and different things. We can have different strokes like this, and we can draw anything. So just wash it and place it here. Now let's check out this bright brush. We can use it for covering any area. We can draw house and stuff like that. So we can use it for covering any space on our canvas. So it's very easy to use, and we can have very fine result with this one. So again, a very useful one. Just wash it and move towards the next brush. So the next brush I have is this liner brush, and I will just load some paint, and I will show you how we can use this for the detailing purpose. We can make different things, and we can draw anything like this, and we can even write with this brush, and we can do typography and calligraphy. So next we have is this zero size brush, and we can again use it for detailing purpose. We can draw different things on the canvas, and we can have different detailed kind of drawings and stuff like that. So it's very easy to use. The only difference between the liner brush and the zero size brush is that its bristles are a little shorter than that. And see how fluently we can write with this one. We can sign on our paintings with this brush as well, and also we can add details to the trees, like the branches and their leaves, and so many things like that. See how beautifully it can work. So what we have next is our dry brush, and how we can use it. We'll just load some paint, and we can make these kind of washes with this brush, and really beneficial for making backgrounds on the canvas and things like that. Also we can use it like this way. We can dab it over the surface to have different textures, and like this also. This is called the stepping technique. So this is how we can have different result with this one brush. So guys, now we will try these palette knives. So just load some paint and just move it like this over the surface, and see how many textures and how many kind of strokes you can have. You can make mountains with this palette knife, and also we can have other kind of palette knives as well. You guys can have proper set, and this is how we can make water with it, and different things, and different strokes and textures. And now let's check out some non-conventional brushes like these earbuds and spawns and things like that. So this is how we can use earbuds for making different things, like we can paint on trees, and we can have different strokes and different things. Very useful one again. What we have next is this toothbrush, and you guys will see that how we can create splattering effect with this toothbrush. First dip the brush in the water and then just load some paint and just do this kind of, splattering. So this is how we can have amazing textures and amazing strokes. And we guys can use these kind of spawns as well for creating, different textures and for covering the canvas quickly. So these kind of, effects we can have these as well. See, strokes like this and things like that. So yeah guys, this was all about today's class, and I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something, and I hope you guys to see in the next tutorial. Don't miss our next class. I'm going to tell you about the techniques of acrylic painting. So see you in the next tutorial. Till then, take care. Bye bye.